Hello everybody, Crow back again with another pickups video. And to me it seems like I just did a pickups video. But Black Friday was last week. I did pick up a bunch of stuff and I'd like to put it away, so I'm going to make a video for it because I usually just have this stuff sitting out till I make a pickups video. So yeah, I have a stack of, a lot of this stuff is movies. I did pick up a lot of movies on Black Friday. Some of the stuff isn't from Black Friday, but I just want to get all this stuff out of the way, put away. So I'm just decided to make another video. Of course, you know, having the week off from work doesn't hurt either. So I might as well do this right now. So let's start off with the games that we got from Black Friday on Friday. Now I didn't go wait in line early in the morning or anything. We didn't go shopping till about the afternoon. So we were at Walmart, and this is what we found at Walmart. I wound up picking up Need for Speed Rivals, the complete edition. This was $35 at Walmart, and I was kind of interested in this game despite being EA. I'm always kind of hesitant to get a game from EA. But $35 Black Friday for the complete edition, which supposedly includes all the DLC content, because that's what it says. Own the complete Rivals package, all DLC cars included. So all in one package, that's fine with me. However, it's still kind of misleading because all the DLC content really isn't on the disc. What they did is give you a code to be able to download all the DLC content, which is kind of crappy. In fact, it says bonus content redemption codes expire November 18th, 2015. So if I were to buy this next year, supposedly the code wouldn't even work. To me, that's totally shady. They should have just included the content on the disc. It shouldn't matter what year you buy this in. You should get the complete content since that's what it says on the box. I mean, I hate it when they do that. Why couldn't they just press a new disc with all the content on it? It's who knows? I guess they just don't want the game to work after a certain amount of time. That's my only guess. But otherwise, the game itself is fun. I did play it for a while, maybe about an hour. The rivals are, there's your opponents, and then there's the cops. So your rivals are other drivers and cops, but if you're the cops, then the rivals are the other drivers. So yeah, you can switch back and forth between, you know, being a regular driver, racer, whatever, or the cops. And I kind of like how you can set up, like, you have your own milestones or goals that you want to reach, and you can select what type of goals you want, whether or not you want to be racing, have your goals being racing, or basically outrunning the cops. All your goals can be eluding the cops, or you could just set all your goals to be driving around, doing your own thing. I kind of like that kind of arc or progression, or it's almost like choose your own method that you want to drive. It kind of works for me. Although I don't know why you just couldn't have them all at once. But I guess it's because once you hit all those milestones that you've selected, you can move on to the next level. So I kind of like that. Now that I think about it, I think I do like that. I also like the ability where you can switch back and forth between the cops or just the regular racers. Reminds me of Need for Speed Most Wanted, but this wasn't made by Criterion, and I really haven't crashed that much. So yeah, this doesn't have that Burnout feel. So this really does feel like Need for Speed, and not like a Burnout game like Need for Speed Most Wanted did. So yeah, there's that. And I definitely would have wanted it for the PS4 since I have one. I wouldn't have gotten this for any other system, I think. Also at Walmart, I wound up picking this. I can't remember exactly if this was $20 or $25 at the moment, but it's a Wii Party U. And what can I say? It comes with a controller in it. I was kind of interested in it. It comes with a controller. It actually includes a stand, so you could lay the Wii U gamepad down and it's perfectly flat. So I think that's actually a pretty cool addition, because some of the games you can play with two players, but one player sits on opposite sides of the Wii U gamepad or tablet controller or whatever you want to call it. Says it has 80 mini games. There are some board games in there apparently that you could play. That set up events for the mini games, whatnot. Me and my wife played this. We played the one where you're running down the zigzagging bridge. She liked it. I think it was worth the money. I don't think this is worth the full price. It's probably not even, the game itself probably isn't even worth $20. But throw in an extra controller, and I think I'm in. It's pretty much why I picked this up. Yeah, it's this. The whole game is kind of like to the point where it's like Mario Party, but without the Mario. I wouldn't be surprised if they recycled a lot of these games into the next Mario Party game, because that's exactly what this is like. There's also some extra stuff thrown in there, I suppose. But we really didn't delve too deeply into that. We just played the game, and yeah, not too bad. It's a bunch of mini games. That's pretty much what it is. And throw into board games, you got the Mario Party, like I said. Next up, I'm not 100% sure if this was a Black Friday deal or not. This is something my wife got from Overstock.com. She happened to get it on Thanksgiving. And this is Grand Theft Auto 5. She wound up getting this for $45. And I was like, yeah, I was going to get that game anyway. And I was almost willing to pay $60 for it. But if you're going to get it for $45, get it from there. So she got this from Overstock.com. I did play this a little bit. And actually, when I say a little bit, I probably played it for about an hour, capturing footage. And I kind of liked it. It was kind of addictive. I liked it a lot more than, so far, I liked it more than GTA 4. I actually did not like San Andreas that much. The only thing that was steering me away from this one was the fact that you play as 3 different characters throughout the game. But the fact that you can, kind of customize the character how you want, and I guess later in the game you could switch and just play as whatever character you want. I think it's going to be good. And I knew that when this came out, well, I didn't know. I had a feeling that when this originally came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3, I was like, you know what? You're releasing this game. The PS4, the Xbox One is out. I bet after some time that this is just going to be released on those systems. And here we are, a little bit over a year later, and I was right about that. So I just held off on this game altogether. I was like, I'm just going to wait till it's out on the PS4. Bam, there it is. And that was before I even had a PS4. But yeah, it's, what can I say? It's Grand Theft Auto. You jump in the car, you can do the missions if you want to. You can just run around like a madman if you want to. It's, I mean, the visuals and everything look great on the PS4. Granted, it probably is almost exactly the same game on the PS3 that is here, but you got some little extra features. You got the, what does this say here? It says, features across the board, graphical and technical enhancements for a deeper, more vibrant world. Okay, well, the online characters I've added doesn't even matter. Returning players get exclusive. Okay, that doesn't matter to me. Includes... Okay. Includes all Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5 free-to-access content updates. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I guess that just means that it'll get updated for free. I don't know. Includes Grand Theft Auto Online. I don't know if I'll be playing this online or not. I kind of like just running around my own world doing whatever I want. But who knows? I might just poke out my head in online just to see what it's like. But yeah, I'm kind of itching to play this again. So before any of these other games here, I'll probably be jumping back into this one. Next up, now these next couple of games definitely were not Black Friday specials. This just happened to come out I can't remember when this came out, like the same week. And I was kind of looking at it because, well, anyway, this is Akiba's Trip, rather. And you may not have heard of this game. In fact, I never heard of this game. I was at Play and Trade one day, and I was kind of just poking through their games, and I saw this game for the Vita. And I was tempted to get it, but I was looking it up online on Amazon. What I usually do is I look up on Amazon and see if I can get the game cheaper on Amazon. And if I can, I will usually buy it off of Amazon. If not, I'll buy it at the store. But it turned, I was like, oh, there's going to be a PS4 version. Well, then that's the version I want. This is not really a full price game. It's not a $60 game, but it's a $50 game. But I was at the mall. Oh, it was Saturday. It was last Saturday, and it was at Harley Irving Mall, which is a mall I never really go to anymore. But I was there, and I didn't even know they had a GameStop in the mall now, but they do. And I saw it there, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna pick it up. And what this is it takes place in Akihabara, which is a popular district in Tokyo. And you play a character that's obsessed with collecting things. He's obsessed with collecting figures and whatnot. I don't know. But what happens is he not applies for a job. He goes in for an interview, and they wind up kind of knocking him out and kind of turning him into like a man-made vampire, like mostly. Like he doesn't need blood to survive, I think. I mean, it kind of gets complicated, but the long and short of it is he can't be out in the sunlight a lot. And they have these but he winds up escaping the facility. So they've got these other guys, what are they called? I can't even remember. They're called, doesn't even probably say it at the back of the box, but they're just kind of man-made vampires. So when you get attacked by them, the way you defeat them is by ripping off their clothes and letting them disintegrate in the sunlight. It's just a crazy concept, and I mean, it's not a AAA title by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a really weird, wacky game that I saw, and I was like, I have to have that. Just because there's nothing like this on the PS4. They're playing in safety right now, and there's really nothing weird and wacky on the PS4. Except for this, so I kind of had to go get this. I mean, the combat and everything, it's kind of lackluster, but even navigating around the map is kind of confusing. But when you're in the battle and you're ripping off people's clothes, it's just hilarious. It's too good to pass up. So I had to have this in my collection. And I like how it says in the back of the box, fend off hordes of vampire, the only way you know how, by stripping them so they melt in the sun. So yeah, and then once you rip off their clothes, you can take their clothes and actually upgrade your clothes and stuff. It's really weird. I'd say even 500 plus unique equipables, divergence paths, and multiple endings. So yeah, there's a lot of actually between the combat and searching around and stuff. There's a lot of dialogue and choices you could pick with the dialogue. Even though a lot of them don't seem to be very much different, they all seem to lead to the same outcome for the most part. It's just, I guess, your attitude when you're giving your replies. And I guess I'll see how that shakes out. But yeah, pretty crazy. You know what? Going back to Grand Theft Auto 5 for a second, I thought I could just pop this in and play it. But yeah, no. 55 gigabyte minimum installation. So this thing installed for a good half hour before I could even touch it. So kind of disappointing there. I'm sitting there waiting to play the game for half an hour. So then, of course, I got this on release day, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Funny thing is, I thought this was going to be exactly like the 3DS version. Now the characters themselves are all the same, but the stages are not. I thought it was going to be exactly the same stages, but the stages are different. There's slight differences here and there. I thought there would be some kind of meaningful way to link up your 3DS and the Wii U, but there's not really. I mean, all you can really do is transfer your customized characters, which I would kind of expect to do. And other than that, you could use the 3DS as a controller, and I don't understand why you would want to do that. I mean, I guess if you don't have any other good controllers, but if you've got the GameCube adapter or GameCube style controller, or even the Wii Pro controller or the Wii Classic controller, those are way better controllers to use than the 3DS controller, in my opinion. And I guess it would kind of throw you off if you're using the 3DS to play the Wii on the Wii U anyway. Just because I'd always want to be looking down at my screen. So, other than that, yes, well, let me just say that I was kind of planning on getting the bundle with the adapter and the GameCube controller. In my mind, I was thinking, well, I'll get that only if I see it in stores, and I never saw it in stores, so I just was like, I'm just gonna get the regular game. It didn't even really matter to me anyway, because I could get the adapter later if I wanted it. But I also had those GameCube style controllers for the Wii U. I got, well, we'll get to that later, but let's talk Amiibos, since the Amiibos are related to this. The Amiibos were released on the same day, and we did get them all. We had them all reserved at Toys R Us. I think at this point the second wave will be released shortly. Don't think we have them all reserved, but we'll wind up getting them all at one point. And as each wave is released, I'm sure we'll be getting them all. Now, kind of, as for the connectivity between games, yeah, you can unlock costumes in Mario Kart 8, which, honestly, that's not the greatest thing in the world, because you just touch the amiibo to the sensor, and then you've unlocked the thing. You don't need to even bother with the amiibo anymore. It's kind of like a, I don't know, you could just borrow somebody's amiibo and say, hey, let me borrow this so I can lock this costume, and you do it. And kind of, whatever. With the Super Smash Brothers, again, it's kind of like you're leveling up your own personal computer-controlled character. And really, what's the point in that unless you want to just fight against your character? I mean, what we did, I set up 4 of them, and I just had them fight against each other constantly until they all eventually evolved to level 50. I mean, I guess if you want to play against a level 50 character, you could do that and get your ass handed to you. But yeah, I don't know. I can't see myself using these things, actually, other than just figurines in my display case right now. In fact, I like them just as the figurines. I like them just as figurines. As for getting any use out of them, it's not like they're Skylanders or anything, or if you have the character, you can play as the character. So yeah, I'm kind of lukewarm on the Amiibos and the actual purpose they have at this point. But as for, you know, just being figures, I think they're awesome. We would have gotten them anyway. Another thing I tried to do is I tried to use them while they were still in the packaging. And unlike Skylanders, you can't use them while they're still in the packaging. When I opened them up, I found out why. It's because they put a little piece of foil on the bottom of the packaging to prevent exactly that. And I think that's hilarious. And I just thought it was hilarious that I could use Skylanders without opening them up, taking them out of the packages. Anyway, let's move on from that. Okay, a couple more games, and these are actually older ones. I went off of eBay, the same guy was selling both of these. But I saw this, and I was like, oh, I used to have that game. So I wound up bidding on it, and wound up being the only person that bid on it. And it is this Championship Wrestling by Epix. I used to have this game. I think I won the auction for like $4.99. This has everything in it. We've got a manual. We've got even registry cards, a sweepstakes form. And, okay, here's the deal. Either this takes way longer than I thought to load, or something's wrong with the disc, because I only wound up playing one match, and that match was shorter than the amount of time the game took to load. I mean, I tried multiple times, and I thought it might have been because the fast load cartridge wasn't working right or something, and I was about to give up, and then all of a sudden the game started. And, I mean, the game loads just fine up until the part where it's actually loading the match. Then it literally took 7 minutes for that to load. I don't think that's right. But I'm going to keep this anyway, and I might be on the lookout for just a disc and replace the disc. I mean, the same thing happened to me with Firefox, I think. But I used to play this game a lot when I was a kid. I remember in school, and I used to play against my friends too. Again, was total crap at this, trying to play against the computer. And he beat me in like 2 seconds. So, yeah, but I'm still glad to have the box and everything. The box is in really good shape. And, yeah, just something from my childhood I had to get. Same guy was also selling this. Another game from my childhood, that's Chuck Yeager's Advanced Flight Trainer. Almost not really a game. In fact, I think there is an airplane racing mode, but I never did that as a kid. All I used to do is take out one of the planes, like it was an experimental plane at the time, I can't remember which one it was, try to fly it up as high as I could and exit the stratosphere, and then turn it right back down and try and nosedive as fast as I could and pull out instead of crashing. That's all I used to do in the game. And as you're going down, the G's increase, you hear sonic booms, you black out, you red out. It's just, yeah, fun game. But this is complete too. This has everything, and the manual on this is pretty big too. I mean, this is for one of these album style games. This is a pretty big manual. Got the quick instruction card, and then yeah. So they have this complete in box and everything. And honestly, with these type of games, they're awesome because they have these album style boxes, and these are my favorite type of boxes. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of them, and if I could get more for a good price, I will. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons I like this. And I think they advertised for a sequel to this game, but it never came out. But that is all of the games. But I did get a couple more of these. We got more of these GameCube style controllers for the Wii U. I mean, in my last video you saw that I had the Mario and the Yoshi one. Well, I found the Luigi one and the Peach one, and they actually go good with the Luigi and Peach Wii remotes. We also have the Mario one. We don't have a Yoshi one yet. I don't think that came out here yet, unless I'm mistaken. I just never saw it. But was playing Smash Brothers with these. These are, it feels like you're just playing with a GameCube controller, so almost no need to really get the adapter, but I still may get that one day. Again, I pointed it out in the last pickups video. There's slight differences, like instead of just one Z button, there's two Z buttons, and instead of the C stick being a little nub, they actually made that a normal style thumbstick. But yeah, I was out getting my new phone, and I was killing some time, and I walked into the GameStop in the Fox Valley Mall, and I saw these on the shelf, and I was like, I kind of have to get these, especially since my wife likes the Peach stuff, so this is the controller she uses when she plays Smash Brothers. So there's that. And that's pretty much all the gaming stuff. I got one more toy here. We were at Toys R Us not too long ago, and we wound up seeing this. This is the Masterpiece Prowl. And I have to get it. Well, this is actually Nissan licensed product. And yeah, what can I say about this? This is just one of those Masterpiece Transformers. And my wife wound up buying it for me because I was going to pass on it because it was like $60 or $70. And she's like, no, you want it. I'm going to get it for you. And so I got it. And I just pulled it out of the package. It was already in robot mode. I never transformed it into the car vehicle mode. But I really like how this is really reminiscent of the Generation 1, the original one. It's just a little bit upgraded. And I was thinking, it's like, you know what? Somebody should show Michael Bay. These are what Transformers are actually supposed to look like. I mean, those movies, I never even watched the fourth movie, the fourth Transformer one. After the third one, the series is dead. Totally dead. No redemption at all. Honestly, and even since the first movie, the robots just look like a big mass of metal. It's ridiculous. I can't tell anybody apart. Everybody's just a big mass of metal. It's totally stupid. And then when you get into the plot and everything, it's kind of unforgivable. So that's pretty much everything. Now, the rest of the stuff is movies, and there's a ton of movies, but most of these are from Black Friday. But first, not the ones that are from Black Friday. I had this reserved long in advance. This is UHF, Weird Al Yankovic's UHF, one of my favorite comedies. So I had to get this. I actually had this pre-ordered. This is the 25th anniversary edition. I don't really know what makes this the 25th anniversary edition other than the fact that it says so. There's special features on here that were already on the DVD version, so yep. And then we have a movie I bought without ever seeing it, and that's Dark Star. I kept seeing this appear on some lists or something like that, And I watched the trailer. I was like, that seems like a movie I'd like to see. It wasn't on Netflix, and I looked it up on Amazon. This was about $10. UHF, I can't remember how much that was. It was more, I think I paid maybe $20. I don't remember what I paid. Maybe I didn't pay that much for it. It's toe blank. I really don't know. But this was about $10. It's really low budget. This is this is John Carpenter's student film, pretty much. Yeah, you could tell that some of the effects and costumes and everything were done at a really low budget. In fact, the budget was like
Time machine and waiting.
a couple tens of thousands of dollars or something like that. And this is from 1974. But I really like the plot of this movie, and I really like how this movie ended. Really great ending to this movie, and I kind of recommend this to anybody who's even remotely interested in kind of like low budget comedy science fiction movies. The only part I thought was kind of really stupid was the whole part with the alien. The alien, I mean, for a low budget movie, the alien looked really bad. It was simply just a balloon. Alright, now let's get to Black Friday. These are all the Black Friday movies that we got. They're kind of in no particular order. If I can remember where I got them from, I'll say it. But all of these movies were between $4 and $9. So let's do this quick. Got The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is from Walmart. The orange sticker, I believe, was something like $7, $8. RoboCop, I remember getting this from Target. This is the 2014. Never saw this yet. I haven't seen it yet. But I saw some clips of the movie that made me interested in the movie, in it. So I wound up picking this from Target for $9. R.I.P.D. Rest in Peace Department. Again, this is kind of one of those movies that got really bad reviews, and I still was curious to see it. Found this at Target for around Walmart. Walmart for about $6. Kind of like a Men in Black ripoff with ghosts instead of aliens. I kind of liked it, so we did watch this one. So $6. Yeah, around $6. My wife found this for me at Walmart. This is Godzilla. I haven't actually seen this yet, but I will be seeing it shortly. I think the gray sticker was about $8, $8.88 or something like that. We got A Million Ways to Die in the West. Again, orange sticker. I think it was like 6 something. So another movie I kind of wanted to see, but never saw it. So it's a good price for that. This is totally a movie my wife wants to see. Sinister. Haven't seen it yet. Blue sticker. I think this was about $4. So she couldn't pass that up. Then we got Sin City. Didn't have this on Blu-ray. I've seen it, but I haven't seen it on Blu-ray. And blue sticker, that was $4 at Walmart. Actually, the last couple ones were from Walmart. Ever since, yeah. Actually, all of these that I've been pointing out were from Walmart. Gremlins. Didn't have this on Blu-ray, and actually the last pickup video I picked up Gremlins 2, so I had that, but I didn't have the first one, so I had to get this. This was at Best Buy. Now the thing with Best Buy was I had no idea. I just knew which ones were on sale, but I didn't know how much they were. So like I grabbed a bunch of them that I was interested in, had them at the register, and I had them scan each one, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take that. And I wound up taking all of them that I had brought up to the register. But I think this was part of a buy two get one deal. So this was like an $8 one, but since I bought 2 more, one of them wound up being free, so that was part of that. Let's see, we got Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. These were $4 each at Best Buy, so I didn't have those. I actually haven't even seen these. I've seen parts and bits and pieces of each of these, but never the whole thing all together. So I couldn't resist picking these up for $4 each. Then we have the Terminator. Again, this was at Best Buy. I had Terminator 2. I didn't have Terminator, so I picked this up at Best Buy. This was another $4 one. The Django Unchained, another movie I haven't seen, kind of interested in it. This was a little bit more. I think this was about $6 at Best Buy. Tropic Thunder, you've seen this, didn't have it on Blu-ray, so I picked it up. Again, like Gremlins, this was it was $8, but that was buy 2 get 1 free. And we have Dread. We're back to Walmart again for $4. Haven't seen this yet. I know it's on Netflix, but to actually have it for $4, I wasn't going to pass it up, so pick that up. Hellboy 2 and the Golden Army. I kind of like this movie. And this is actually in the steelbook case. Again, this is Walmart. This had a black sticker. I can't remember exactly. Somewhere between $6 and $8, I think, for this one. And being in a steelbook case, I wasn't going to let it go. And again, from Walmart, we have Legend from 1982, one of the first Tom Cruise movies. And Tim Curry is the devil. Haven't seen this in forever, and this was $4 at Walmart, so I picked it up. Maleficent, I believe this was from Best Buy, $9. Did watch this, and it wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be how Maleficent came to be who she was, and the steps leading up to Sleeping Beauty. But instead, this is like a total retelling of Sleeping Beauty with, it's like an alternate version of Sleeping Beauty. It doesn't, it's like takes place in an alternate universe. It's like, what if this happened instead of this? And for that, I kind of would have preferred what I was expecting was, how did Maleficent become so evil? That kind of thing. Instead, it's, oh, Maleficent's, was evil, but she's not really evil. That kind of deal. Lego Movie. Where did I get this? I think this came from, let's just say it was Walmart for about $8 or $9. But watch this, I really like this. This was pretty funny. So yeah, that's all I can say about that. And then of course we got Blade Runner. Let's just say I saved the best for last. I don't think Steve Benway is watching, but if he is, he's probably smiling right now. This is his favorite movie, and I haven't seen this in forever. I got it from Best Buy. This was between probably $4 and $6. So how could I pass that up? That is everything, and I knew this was going to go on for quite some time, so I had to do this video. Now I have to edit. Thanks everyone for watching. See you all next time.